make sure that what they say is going to happen happens. That's what we're looking for.
But as Mrs. Imoke herself admits, setting up the center and strengthening the law are only the first rush of change, especially in the face of innumerable other odds. At the top of the pecking order is the center's biggest challenge: funding and how to raise money.
I thought of an event, because I have a few charities during the festival that I do. So I said, okay, what is it that is missing from the festival calendar? And I thought fashion show. No idea how to govern. So I had this young man who visited from the States, Osa Odiase, and he's the CEO of Life Mechanics. It's a street wear designer. He's the designer, Nigerian. He lives in Los Angeles, and he came to talk to me actually about manufacturing in Tinapa. And I said, okay, while we're at it, I need you to go to DCC and see my kids there, and then we'll talk.
We feed about 300 people monthly in Los Angeles. So when I heard there was someone who was taking street kids out, and I've interacted with her a lot, she's very deep, man, and I have a lot of discomfort about a lot of things, but she spurs me on, I'm very tied to what she's trying to do, and I think it's spiritual, there's a spiritual connection that we have to try to uplift people, and that's what I'm riding on.
That connection eventually led to the first Destiny's Child Center fashion show in 2009.
I went to DCC and he saw my kids and I said, how am I going to help you to raise funds? So I said, fashion show. Can you give me your clothes for us to start a fashion show? And he said actually that he will even get more. And so last year was our first one, and he got other designers, Apple Bottoms, Rockaware, all sorts, and they all came together, and we had a fashion show here and raised funds.
This year, the plan is for a bigger and better international standard fashion show. A new producer has been brought in from Europe, and a team of choreographers and technicians have set to work early.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The rest of you go that way. The rest of you join that group. What do you want?
Okay, my past 2 rehearsals has been successful, and as of today, within 2 hours, we've been able to get 4 routines for 4 different designers. 15 designers, 4 for today. The past weeks we had 4, so I should say it's a good one before the 29th.
The aim is to counterbalance a poignant production with better stylistic techniques and to deliver a vision that incorporates both dramatic and emotive elements, constantly bringing the audience back to the children and the message of hope.
We're going to have a little piece for them to do. They have recorded a song recently, and that also shall be a part of the show. And then they're also going to do some modeling and maybe a little bit of dancing as well.
With 1 week to go before the big day, there is unbridled excitement at the Destiny's Child Center. Rehearsals are in top gear, and designers have arrived to measure the children for the grand blend of clothing styles they'll be wearing at the event.
Yeah, no, stuff like this is really nice, do you understand? And if the girls wear... if the girls have a nice short, dress, waist and all of that, the boys will have the same, matching top and a pair of trousers that match whatever fabric. Yeah. Are you having this? Yes, please. Fashion is an area where one can actually express oneself. So I'm sure that amongst these kids we have aspiring fashion designers, but we need to give them an opportunity to express themselves and begin to discover those inherent talents and abilities.
The next afternoon, a field trip brings an experience of a different kind for the children from the shelter. They've been invited to visit the National Museum in Calabar, one of the great repositories of local and national history in Nigeria, and they are accompanied by some of the highest achieving students in Cross River State.
The state governor's wife, Mrs. Liyel Imoke, is trying to rehabilitate the kids, to give them new sense of belonging. Their visit here is actually to make sure they see what we have, the history, their history, and be able to adjust to the society.
Now then we see what again?
Okay,
DCC Fashion Show 2010, and here are my beautiful models for this runway. And seriously, the world is waiting for them. And so please, I'm waiting for you. Can you hit the runway without your
Back at the rehearsal hall, it's the last day to get the choreography right before the models move to the Tinapa Film Studios, where the Destiny's Child Center fashion show is due to take place.
Okay, let's do it this way. Are we set? All right, now please, smiling faces, look pretty. I already told the world you're pretty.
Most of these models are here because they've been touched by Mrs. Imoke's campaign on behalf of street children. Many are donating their time free for the cause.
Yeah, it's a great deal because I see myself as a privileged person to have been with my own parents and everything. So I just see it as it's a chance to just give out what other people don't have. It's a great deal to me. That's why I'm here.
Actually, if I happen to be in their shoes, I would be happy to be homeless and also not have somebody to care for me. A lot of them are there not because they have the opportunity to, but I thank Her Excellency for giving this opportunity to help the kids out there. So I saw myself in their shoes and decided why not join them, create awareness and also raise money.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is truly Christmas. Tonight we do have some children who are going to minister to us. Permit me very respectfully, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to invite the DCC choir as they come to sing Shine, Jesus, Shine. Let's give them a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The DCC choir, wonderful children.
Me in the midst of the dark, shine on me. Jesus, light of the world, shine on me. In the midst of the dark, shine on me. Shine on me. Shine on me.
Boxing Day arrives, and with it, day one of the biggest carnival in Africa.